I'm gonna tell you a story about a family that bought a haunted house. This family, they had two kids, a boy and a girl. The girl was an infant. The boy was a little older, maybe 4 or 5 years old, and they moved into this old Victorian house in the 1920s. The house had a lot of old furniture, a lot of old books, and it was filled with antiques. The family didn't know that these antiques were cursed. The father, he started to notice things moving around the house. He would see books falling off shelves, doors opening and closing by themselves. At first, he thought it was the wind, but then one day he came home from work early, and he saw the ghost of a little girl in a Victorian nightgown standing in the corner of the room. He told his wife, "We have to get out of here." But she said, "Don't be ridiculous. There's no such thing as ghosts." And the father, he stopped talking about it because he didn't want to upset his wife. But then one day the ghost of the little girl appeared in front of the baby in the crib, and the baby started screaming. And then the ghost lifted up the baby and the father. He rushed over and grabbed the baby, and then the ghost disappeared. The father, he ran to the bookshelf, and he pulled out a book. And on the first page it said, "Beware, the house will take what it desires." The father, he knew that they had to get out of there. So he called up a priest, and the priest, he came over, and he blessed the house. And then he told them, "You have to burn the cursed objects." So they gathered up all the cursed objects, and they burned them in the fireplace. And then the ghost of the little girl appeared, and she said, "No, don't burn the doll." But the father, he burned the doll anyway. And then the ghost disappeared. And then the house was finally free of ghosts. That was a scary story about a family that bought a haunted house. If you like scary stories, stay tuned for more.